Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and today is day one of my doing 100 days of YouTube videos and celebrating myself. I think that's what I'm celebrating. I am trying to celebrate myself, or maybe just celebrate life in general. It's kind of an impression that I've gotten, a thought that keeps popping into my head for my next 100 days to be doing. Still not entirely sure how to do that, or if there's even a right or a wrong way to do that. I have had thoughts about posting something on Facebook and inviting everybody else that wants to do this with me to do it with me, and or to ask for suggestions on how to go about celebrating myself, especially celebrating myself for 100 days, because that's going to be an interesting thing to do, and trying to figure out why the Lord wants me to celebrate myself for 100 days. And I was thinking today, I'm like, I think He's got a lot more faith in me than I have in myself. So I need to work on that. Or there's definitely something more that I need to learn from doing this. Obviously, I learned something from all of these videos that I do. So obviously, there's something more that I need to be learning. So this is a new challenge, a new way to look at life for myself, and to find things to be joyous and celebrate throughout my day. And obviously, I don't, I don't have money. I'm not going to go out and throw myself a party for 100 days in a row. That would be kind of crazy. So I guess it's just kind of a way to look at myself differently every day, to um, praise myself. I guess I don't know if that's the right terminology for it, but something. Not entirely sure. But I am remembering that my vision board friend, when I was telling her about this, she just reminded me that I never know what I'm doing for my 100 days, or it always turns out different anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So this time I'm not going in with like a specific outline of things. I thought about it. I mean, even thought about looking up the definition of celebrating and ideas on how to celebrate things, and I haven't done that either. So I've had some random thoughts I haven't followed through on. Doesn't mean that I won't. Doesn't mean that I will. They're still debating whether or not I'll share all of these on Facebook. I shared my 100 Days of Gratitude like on Facebook and my Facebook page for Midge Shoemaker Books. But then I didn't I didn't get a lot of responses from that, and it didn't increase the number of people that were viewing my YouTube videos. And it's just a lot of extra work to go through that process. So I didn't share all of my videos for my 100 days of writing, or my videos for my 100 days of focusing on today. So I'm still not sure if I'm going to do that. Oh, I didn't share on my Twitter either. I only did the gratitude on all three of those. So kind of thinking maybe I should do my celebrating myself on social media sites again. Um, might be kind of cool. Might get some ideas from other people as to what to do. They actually respond and are interactive, but like I said, they weren't with the gratitude ones, so I just didn't with the other two ones. So debating whether or not I'm going to do that. I may decide on whether I'm doing that tomorrow. I'm definitely not doing it tonight, but I can always go in, add it, share it, whatever, later. So anyway, so for today, I did not want to celebrate anything today. I woke up in pain, and I'm like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to deal with this. And I'm so used to doing my, like, this is what I did today video, that I kind of just want to do this is what I did today video. But, and I was thinking and praying, I'm like, I can't do this. And I'm like getting that nice little response, I'm sure, from the Holy Ghost or from God saying, yeah, you can, you got this, you know what you're doing. I'm like, no, I don't know what I'm doing. But I did keep praying that I could find some way to find something to celebrate, or to celebrate for myself today. And what what came to mind is celebrating my mistakes, which is kind of an interesting thing to do. I've been back and forth on this whole go to the urgent care, go to the podiatrist, what do I do with my leg, what do I do with, my foot and all of that stuff, because I've been in pain, and trying to make sure I'm making the right decision, and making myself very indecisive and putting off doing things because I didn't know what to do, and then deciding and then changing my mind and deciding and changing my mind. So kind of all over the place with that today. And so the thought came to my mind that I need to celebrate my mistakes. I need to celebrate the fact that I'm human, that this is a good thing, this is a positive thing in my life, that I make mistakes, that I change my mind, and that it's okay to just be myself, and to celebrate myself, to not be ashamed or embarrassed or whatever. Because I know when I was going to the urgent care today, I was feeling very, very insecure. I was feeling a little bit embarrassed because it's been almost 3 weeks since I injured myself, and I'm finally going to an urgent care to get x-rays. But I didn't wait 3 weeks before I started like going to see a doctor. I saw a chiropractor within a couple of days. I saw my chiropractor within a week. So I'm like, it's not like I didn't do anything for it. And I've been icing it, and I've been soaking it in Epsom salts and essential oils. So I mean, I've been treating it. I've been doing things with it. It's just that it still hurts. So I'm like, well, and I don't know for sure if anything's broken. My chiropractor said it probably isn't. And of course, he was right. It isn't. But I just, the continuous pain, I was like, need to do something. So I did. I finally did something instead of putting it off and putting it off, which I'm really good at putting things off. And then I realized that the more I put things off, then the harder it is for me to do it, because then I feel embarrassed or ashamed that I put it off. And so then I don't want to, I don't know, then I just don't want to face it. So it becomes this big, huge, scary thing. And then I'm like, now I have to go in, and not only do I have to face it, I have to tell other people, I'm like, I put this off. And nobody seemed to care that I put it off. They're like, oh, when did you do this? What did you do? All right, we'll look at it, see, whatever. No big deal. So nobody else is making a big deal out of it, just me. Like it's this big, huge, horrible thing. And so, like I said, as I was leaving and I was thinking about it and praying about it and trying to let go of it, I had the idea that I need to celebrate it. I need to celebrate my mistakes. I need to celebrate what I view as mistakes or frailties or avoidance, whatever it is. I need to celebrate that, because it means that I'm human. It means that I'm not perfect, and this is a good thing. I'm not supposed to be perfect. This is something. This is how I was designed. This is how everyone's designed. So instead of being embarrassed or ashamed of it, I could just walk around and be like, okay, guess what? I waited 3 weeks to get my foot looked at or x-rayed, whatever, who cares, right? Like, this is a good thing. And it's an okay thing. I'm fine. I'm like, yay, nothing is broken. It just means that I probably, like, hurt all the muscles in there or something. So it's just going to take time, just like both my chiropractor and my chiropractor said. So I need to work a little bit more on trusting people, getting second and third opinions. So got all the opinions I need. It's just, there's nothing I can do to make it heal any faster. I just have to be patient. So I'm very impatient. Something else to celebrate, my imperfections. So, which brings me to mind of my one little quote that my imperfections. Oh, I forgot it. I have my board. I'm going to grab it because I forgot it. And I know I have it on here. Hang on. I know I have it on here. Where'd I put it? I don't know. I totally forgot it. I thought it was on here. See, now I'm just all over the place being my crazy. Yep. Well, there's a quote by Mahatma Gandhi, but that's not the one I thought was on here. It says, my imperfections and failures are as much a blessing from God as my successes and talents, and I lay them both at his feet. Yes, that is so true. There it is. It's right there on my big colorful rainbow, and I can't find it. Imperfections mean more fun, more friends, more life. See, that's what I was thinking. I need to remember that it's more fun to have imperfections in my life. And it's something to celebrate. It's something to be grateful for. And then I have a tendency to daydream, create stories in my head, ideas as to what my future life may be like, or running away to other fantasy lands. But sometimes in my random daydreaming, I think that God uses that to teach me things or give me inspirational ideas as well. Because as I was daydreaming about something in my head, it will probably never happen in real life. But I was daydreaming about something, and I was sharing about imperfections, about making mistakes. And that making mistakes means that I'm living my life. It means that I'm trying, that I'm putting myself out there, that I'm doing things, because I'm not going to get it right. I'm not going to get it perfect the first time. But if I'm not making mistakes, then I'm not trying, then I'm not living my life. And I just felt really overwhelmed and really blessed to have that idea come to my mind, that, again, it's this wonderful thing to celebrate, that I'm making mistakes, because it means I'm trying. It means I am living my life. I'm putting myself out there. I'm being courageous. I'm taking risks because I'm trying. And that is that is an amazing thing for me, to, instead of see mistakes as a reason to berate myself, to beat myself up, to feel like I'm a failure because I didn't get it right, I can switch it around and I can say, this is something to celebrate. This is something to be grateful for. I'm not crying sad tears. These are like the happy, emotional, like overwhelmed tears. Because it's such a change. It's, it's a complete opposite way of looking at things. Instead of beating myself up, instead of feeling like I have to be ashamed or embarrassed because I put something off and I'm finally getting around to doing something, I can admit that I made a mistake. I can admit that I'm human. I can celebrate the fact that I'm human. I can share that with other people and be like, hey, it's okay. Made a mistake. It's okay. You can make mistakes too. This is a fun thing. This is an okay thing. We will get through this. Okay, I'm like blinking tears. It's driving me crazy. But it made me really grateful to realize that making mistakes means that I'm living my life. It means that I'm not hiding, that I'm not that I'm not hiding, that I'm not running away, that I'm, not burying myself under everything. I still do that. I know I still do that. I still have a lot of things to sort through and to unbury myself with. But this is just an opportunity for me to view things in a completely different light, to see making mistakes as being something courageous, as choosing to live my life as meaning I'm trying new things. And the more I try the new things, maybe the better at it I will get. I may never be perfect at it, but I may get a little bit better. And it means that I'm putting myself out there. And this is a good thing. This is something that I want to be doing. And I've been doing it. I've probably been doing this an awful lot, but it just, I've always looked at it as just feeling like I keep making mistakes, so I failed. I'm this big, huge failure, and I beat myself up. I get embarrassed and shamed. I don't want other people to know about it. And that may have to do with my upbringing. It's like, if nobody knows about your mistakes, then you can't get in trouble for it. And if they do know about it, then you either get in trouble for it or you get mocked and teased and, made fun of for not being good enough. And that's the general response I expect from other people, even though that's not the response I actually get from other people. That's what my expectations are. And that's how I respond to myself when I make mistakes. I berate myself, I belittle myself, I make fun of myself, I try to convince myself I have to do better, or I have to be perfect, and then I just get overwhelmed and discouraged and I don't do anything. So to change all of that, and not that this is a new concept, and I understand that whenever I have a new concept, it's more like I become aware of the situation. So it's what is it? Awareness, acceptance, and then action. So this is just kind of becoming aware and trying to accept that this is a different way to think about things. And then as I move forward in the future, hopefully I will start to respond differently to my mistakes, and I will remember that they are things to celebrate and to be grateful for, and to remember that they're an opportunity to learn. And it's also a reminder that it means that I'm living my life, that I'm taking risks, that I'm putting myself out there, that I am courageous, that I can do things, that I don't have to be afraid. Because if I can survive the repercussions of whatever mistakes that I make, if I can learn and get better from them, then I can continue to move forward and make more mistakes. And I can look forward to making more mistakes because I'm human and that's what we do. We make mistakes. So that was kind of an interesting concept today to celebrate my mistakes, to be grateful for my mistakes, to see them as opportunities to learn, to see them as growing and changing, allowing myself to be better, putting myself out there. Mistakes mean I'm living my life and I'm not hiding. So I like all of those ideas. I like all of those concepts. It's a lot of stuff that's just kind of floating around in my head, kind of like thinking the idea of confetti, the whole celebrating thing. I'm like, yeah, a whole bunch of confetti just floating around everywhere. Yay, everywhere. Big old mess. I got to clean it all up at some point. There's not actually confetti all over my house. It's just all over my head. So a lot easier to clean up in my head than it is all over my house. But I am grateful for that. And I mean, I know I can also like celebrate that I finished 100 days of focusing on today. I kind of celebrated everything when I did my 100 days of gratitude, and then I just never really did anything big to celebrate my my 100 days of writing or my 100 days of today. But I got through it and I did it. And then honestly today I was just like, I don't even want to celebrate. I'm in pain. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do anything. And I did all of those things. I went to the urgent care. I took care of that. I went to work. I wrote in my journal tonight and I'm doing my video. So I can celebrate the fact that I actually accomplished things today, that I got up and went and did what needed to be done, even though I didn't want to. So I did what needed to be done. I did not let my emotions or my discouragement get in the way. I chose to go out and live my life today. So, and I'm sure I did it very imperfectly, but at least I did it. And I'm very grateful that I was able to do it. And I'm very grateful for the idea, concept of celebrating my mistakes. Not entirely sure how to go about doing that other than sharing it in my video like this. So I don't know. I don't know, but I'm thinking that every day that I will try to find something new about myself to celebrate or to have a different perspective, a different viewpoint on something in my life that makes me feel better about myself, that gives me a positive spin, something to look forward to instead of to running away from, something to encourage me to continue to put myself out there and not be afraid of the repercussions, because it means that I'm learning and I'm growing and it's an opportunity to get better, and it means that I'm living my life. So I am living my life, and not only am I living my life, I'm attempting to celebrate by being grateful for and finding different ways to view myself and my life and my mistakes as well as my accomplishments. So giving me just a different point of view on things, positive spin. So it makes me very grateful. All that gratitude, all that focusing on today, all those writings, all those things, they're all coming into play. So I think God knows what he's doing when he's telling me that I need to find ways to celebrate myself. So that was today. That's how I'm celebrating, or at least what I'm thinking about that I can do as far as celebrating. I don't know if that counts, but this is what I'm doing. So if you have any further suggestions or ideas on how I can better go about celebrating my life or myself, I am open to suggestions, comments, whatever. If you want to celebrate along with me, celebrate yourself, celebrate life, whatever, please join along, share, let me know what you're doing to celebrate your life. And if you like these videos, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else, invite them to celebrate too. And I hope you have a great day. Have a great day full of gratitude. Celebrate your life and maybe do some writing.